If you would like to convert to a more righteous source of power, just let me know, Abaddon. Which one of you would turn on the other first, Alchemist, if it came to it? Convenient that you're here, Apparition. Let's fight after the fight. So if this dead god wronged you, Anti-Mage, why haven't you made him more dead? Was it my transgression that freed your wards, ancient jailer? The timelines seem to match. As your muscles count for nothing with me, Axe, what do you have to offer? I wonder what the nightmares of worthy gods look like. They probably don't have them. Tell me, which life form is in control? You have a lovely family, Karak. Which one is your firstborn? I'm sure you're a very skilled delivery boy, Bloodseeker. Is catching degenerates really so hard, Bounty Hunter? The effects of this drink of yours are wasted on me, Brewmaster. Please, turn your back to your allies as well, Rigwarl. Your face is more pleasant that way. The others seem to keep their distance, Broodmother. Is it because you're so fragile? I'm sure the fighting prize you won is very valuable, Centaur. The talent and the kilometers around your home must have been staggering. I have great respect for the rules of teamwork. Otherwise, you'd be so dead right now. It's difficult to wrap my mind around working with you, but I do it for the greater good. Do you have any friends not compelled to stay with you, Chen? Consider yourself lucky, Clinks. Even the brightest of stars eventually burn away. It's amazing how effective your rudimentary armor really is, Clockwork. I'm not sure why the others call you stupid. There is strange wisdom in your eyes. I'm sure your sacrifice will be remembered for at least half of one generation, Darkseer. I've seen much worse. So, the rebellious teenager act. You studied this, or are you just a natural? It was very resourceful of you to turn your deficiencies into strength, Tassel. Yes, I can see why you would yearn for death, Prophet. You've managed to harness a great measure of power with such limited capacity. Very impressive wings, Doom. It's an unusual design, no? How did the other Dragon Knights respond to your ironic failure? Do not feel down, Ranger. All mortals are hideous, not just you. You are much younger than Inai, I gather. If we win this, I can definitely help you with your travel plans, Earthshaker. I see your attitude hasn't changed, Titan. I know your eldest brother, but I don't believe the two of us have had the pleasure. Yours is an interesting design, Enchantress. Who created you? At least there are a few familiar faces around here. What is one of your kind doing in this place, Faceless One? Your name suggests terror, but you seem quite happy to me. It's refreshing that even the old and infirm still play with children's toys in this place. Even I can see the sadness behind your eyes, little one. I really love your weapon-to-body ratio. Your sparklers are very pretty, Huskar, but the adults are talking. It's no excuse, Io, but it was my nature to serve. When I first awoke in this place, I wanted nothing more than to kill you, Io, but that cannot be the way. My masters would have gladly destroyed you, Io. I can no longer fault you for their demise. A portion of your spells are somewhat impressive, Invoker. I think I could get rid of that ice head for you with minimal trouble. I'm the last of my kind too, Juggernaut. The first as well. Great-grandfather, I am humbled by your light. Will you set this all to rights, great-grandfather? If you only cared to remember how. I wonder, great-grandfather, do you even know what your children became? I'm not made of anything from this place, Kunka. I won't corrode. But I would sink. There's no shame in enjoying battle, Tristan. Some of us were made for this. Myself, literally. I think you need some alone time, Leshrac. It did wonders for me. Cold and dark is out, Lich. Warm and bright is the flavor of the day. This is one of those cases where it's really hard to tell if this is a person or someone's pet. Your goddess was just a delusion of a greater line, Lena, in case you didn't know. Did I just hear you talking to your finger, Lion? You must forgive me for thinking of the bear as primary, but he is far more interesting than you. The moon has nothing without the sun's light, Luna. Salamania is the same. You're looking at it strangely, Lycan. You'd be dead if you weren't like this. No, I'm sorry. You couldn't handle this hammer, Magnus. Whoever you think I am, Mars, I'm not, I think. Much of the ancient times are lost to me, Mars. But I do remember toppling the continuum. Ares! My apologies. You look very much like someone I once knew. Stay away from me, unless you want to get squashed, Meepo. Night Silver feasts on the sun's light, the same as all living things. I'm sorry, who were you again? I didn't catch your name. Your master was furious with your disappearance, Morphling. I hope you've been having fun. My masters almost agreed to send me looking for you once, Morphling. But more pressing issues arose. You would be surprised how long it took for anyone in the universe to compose music, Naga. It's surprising trees don't hold more influence in these lands. You seem to be putting quite a sheen on a fairly bad deal. I'm surprised you haven't slithered away to whatever hole you hide in when the day breaks. This one's not much for words, but the first beings I interacted with didn't even have mouths, so I'm used to it. If you're playing the odds, shouldn't there be a chance for failure as well? After the fight, show me this omniscience. I have an inkling of what it might be. It seems a lot of the others say very nasty things about you. My old masters tried to manipulate fate. It cost them. I did not think to find one of your kind here, Watcher. Are there more of you to call on? What a silly creature. I like you. Were you never curious about your true parents? I may know a means to find them. It must be nice to know you'll always have company. Thank you, young one. Without your light, the Solar Forge would have never called to me. I am honored to fight by your side, little lord. You might say I was made for it. Were I still beholden to such things, you would be my master now, given the circumstances. The Golden Ones would marvel at you, young lord. You carry their spark in you still. What are your plans for the future, Puck? Do you intend to stay here? You're no more disgusting than any of the other organics, Pudge. I'm always a fan of mixing it up. I don't have much experience around children. There weren't any for the bulk of my life. How go things in the court of preschool? We're not so different, Racer. But I make my own choices now. You should try it sometime. I know you're still there, Ricky. I can hear you breathing. In a way, it's like looking in a mirror, though you're just a baby. How do you plan to outlast this planet, Sand King? Your copies are amusing, though I feel a bit melancholy. Demons get a lot of unjustified credit on the cleverness scale, generally. In a relative sense, even the gods of this realm mostly employ carnival tricks. You do the quiet thing, and I'll do my thing. If you include other planets, your other options are endless. It's time to move on. I've spent far more time in a vacuum than in the depths. Prison is a novel concept. Tell me about it. I guess it's wise to carry a snack on your back. I have a soft spot for primitive projectiles, Sniper. Are you tuning in or tuning out, Spectre? This is why I would prefer to go by my proper name. For how long Enai has been sentient, the rest of you seem fairly mature. Swords aren't really my thing, but yours isn't so bad. It's amazing, techies! You're so annoying even gods fear you. Your master is worthy of service. Are you worthy of serving him? Why does everyone around here have such small dreams? Most of the deities you worship in these parts are more like demigods than actual gods. Do you want some tips on mental fortitude, Timbersaw? No, you cannot examine me, Tinker. I'm not a machine. I'm beyond you. You know, at my best, I could have thrown you, Tiny. I'm living proof. Old age doesn't mean you have to talk slow. Speed it up a bit. I don't have time for trolls. I admire your zeal, even if your goals are small. If I give you the coordinates, can you take us somewhere? Or do you need to know it yourself? No one considered the consequences when your god was killed. But some argue he serves a purpose. How do the normal bears compete for resources with you? Did you ask any of the powerful gods before settling for Skriok? They make fun of your appearance, Venomhancer, but your features are quite common for this universe. It's interesting. Your lack of sophistication makes you dangerous. Your creator's purpose does not need to be your own visage. Don't take as long to learn that as I did. You've grown old, Enai. Was that intentional? When do you plan to move on to the real magic, Warlock? You've probably studied the practice spells enough. I never thought to see one of your kind here, Weaver. Is it allowed? You're a bit more than the average mortal, Wind Ranger. Almost measurably. I don't understand what you're asking, Weaver. Why would I want to hear your poetry? I'm curious how survival of the fittest resulted in you, Witch Doctor. I've been around for a while, Astarion, and I really don't think you've got what it takes to handle everlasting life. I can relate to your story, Half-God. I was once mighty too,